Hi friends, good morning. Renee Keese here with Carolina Creative. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here with card making ideas for you. It is St. Patrick's Day today. It is March 17th and I'm not Irish, but I'm still going to wear some green just so I don't get pinched. I do want to do a little video today on some alternative ways to use our die cuts and our punches. So today I'm going to use the Bee Builder punch, and what I'm going to use is the hearts specifically. So you'll see I've already picked my Shy Shamrock color. I'm using 2024 to 26 in color today, Shy Shamrock. So I have some paper out of that series and a piece of cardstock. The paper is just 2 inches wide. The cardstock is 2 1/4, and you can see how I'm going to mat that. So what I want to do first, I'm going to flip my camera down and do a couple of punches rather. And I am going to, again, I'm using Shy Shamrock. And as you know, these things will fly when you punch them. So I've already punched a few just to save some time. My thought here was, here we go, I'll now have 4 hearts. So what I'm going to do is make a shamrock with the 4 hearts. You'll see that if you put them all together, you'll actually have a 4-leaf clover, like that. It'll all come together when I start gluing it. And so what I also need to do is, out of my piece of green that I was just punching from, is cut a piece of stem. And I'm just going to do that freehand. I'm going to, let's see if I can do it this way. I'll save that piece for another project. Oh, that might be too short. Let's go this way. And this is just going to be kind of irregular. I'm going to just make a, I didn't mean for it to be that irregular. Make a curving stem here, well, yeah, like this, and it's going to get tucked up under. So let me give that just a little more curve, and I might put a little bit of curve in here. I'll play with it once I get ready to lay it out. Okay, so here's my thinking. I'm going to make a frame here. I'm going to start assembling this first. I mean, this isn't a real bright green, the Shy Shamrock, but I thought, oh, it was still appropriate for what I'm doing today. I'm not actually making a St. Patrick's Day card. You will see that in a moment. It's going to be a little more generic than that. Let me slide this around, which is why I use liquid glue, so I could line this up. Gives me just a little bit of flexibility. Okay, so I've got that. Let me adhere this to my card front. And you see I'm using just... I'm using thick white cardstock, which if you're following Stampin' Up, the cost of that is going to increase when the new catalog comes out, because it's become such a niche market for the mills that make this paper. Yeah, that Stampin' Up is having to significantly increase their prices. So let me do that. Let me start laying this out, because I wanted my clover here to overlap the white cardstock and the green. And when I put these together, I'm going to overlap them just a little bit. We'll stack them up. Isn't that going to be cute? And then I think I'm just going to put the stem this way. Okay, so what I'm missing is a sentiment. And I went looking, you know, again, go through your stash, see what you've got. I went looking through old stamp sets and found one of these itty-bitty greetings, which I've always liked. I can use these for so many things, and that's crooked. This one must not be mounted well on my block. Much better. Okay, so I, for right now, am just going to, put some edges on that, give it a little flag. And I may even take this, let's put some ink on the corners. I do like to do this. Don't leave a lot of white edges. This is going to make it pop. And I'm just touching it to the ink pad to put a little ink around all the corners. And there you can see what it looks like. Okay, so I'm ready to start assembling. I've got my liquid glue again, which is going to give me a little bit of flexibility. And I'm going to just, put that across the across the stem, basically. So maybe I want to move this down a little bit. I'm going to position the stem roughly where I think I want it to go. I'm going to center it up a little better on the card and then start gluing. So I think I've got the right spot. So now once I do the first one, you know, the rest are just going to have to fall in place. That's all that's to it. But you're going to see how this does make a cute little clover shape, a 4-leaf clover, no less. And I'm just going to overlap the centers by a little bit. And what I may, oh, I have another idea. I didn't get those out, but I just had another idea. Do that and do this. And there you can see how the clover comes together. And I'm going to, yeah, I will tuck that up under there. So again, liquid glue. Insert that. It went a second ago. Why won't it? There we go. Insert it there. There's my stem. And I'm going to add some dimensionals behind my little sentiment here to make that pop. Obviously, I could have made the 4-leaf clover pop too. You know, I see the edges are curling up a little bit, and I think that's fine. I think I don't want that completely flush. You could even curl it with your bone folder if you wanted to. And here's my have a lucky day. So what I think I'm going to do is grab my rhinestones. So we're going pretty basic here. But I'm going to put one right in the middle. Oh, almost makes it look like a flower. And then sprinkle a few more on the card. Now, it would have been, you know, if I wanted a busier card, I could have done some stamping in the background. I was just really trying to keep this kind of simple. So have a lucky day. A lot of different occasions you could use this for. It's just a coincidence that I'm stamping it on St. Patrick's Day. So here is my using die cuts for an alternative use. I used hearts to make the clover. Another thought with the bee builder punch is that use the body of the bee. It looks like a conversation bubble. And so you could stamp within that and make it look like somebody is speaking. So don't forget that that's another alternative use for that. And then the little hearts here will also make little shamrocks. I could, well, I only have 2 sitting here right now, but you could put these together. I could make a little 3-leaf clover. I'll put that up there. But you could do the same thing with the little hearts, is to make another clover shape. So that's my card making tip for today. You know, use your products, get creative, think outside the box. There are other ways that you can use the products. So thank you for joining me today, and stay tuned for the next video, and happy St. Patrick's Day.